What a night for the underdog Denver Nuggets. Minus 3 starters, minus the MVP against one of the hottest teams in the NBA. They go into Golden State and swat and flush and make and win against a Warriors bunch. They did it with grit and guile and punch. They found a way to beat the Warriors on their home court. Winning tastes great, presented by Miller Lite. I'm sure a lot of these consumed on this St. Patty's Day. Welcome to Nuggets Post Game Live. Vic Lombardi and Chris Dempsey. I guess I'm going to start right here. Defensively, they hold the Warriors, whose defense, we know they got a very good offense. Their offense was rated #1 in the Western Conference since the All-Star break. Yep. They held them to 105 points tonight.
Yeah, they did. There's just a lot of, the thing that really jumps off the stat sheet to me, defensively, yes, 8 for 33 from three-point range is what the Warriors shot tonight. That is a stellar job of holding down a really good shooting basketball team, including Steph Curry, for 14 from the three-point line by himself. But the thing that really stood out to me is as we watch them hustle everywhere, as all these hustle stats, just jump right off the page. Turnovers, you forced 20. Offensive rebounds, you got 18 offensive rebounds. 12 steals as a part of the 20 turnovers that you forced. And you just had young players flying all around, putting effort and energy into that end of the court. And Vic, we talked about this prior to the game. Like, how were the Nuggets going to begin to fix things on the defensive end? Well, job number one is just to put the effort out there. And they were able to do that. They stuck to a game plan. It's not easy guarding a lot of the actions that Golden State has, but the Nuggets switched a lot of stuff. State kept ball handlers in front of them for the most part. And really forced Golden State into a really bad shooting night.
So we've asked this question all year. Can the Nuggets play defense? And tonight is a case in point. They can. They can, when called upon, play team defense. But you don't win this game without a guy you can lean on, and that guy was Aaron Gordon. All in with Ball Corporation, aluminum, all in. He sort of harkened back to his Orlando Magic days where he had to carry the load. 38 points, 4 of 6 from the three-point line. When did he turn into a three-point sniper?
Yeah, in the summer, apparently, because he's been doing it all season long. And he came in and he just continued to right on down that road today, knocking in three-pointers. This is just one of the very best games I've ever seen him play, period. And, he assumed the responsibility. Somebody that was a regular, that was starting and playing in this game, had to put this team on his back and give it a chance to win. And that was Aaron Gordon. And he did it from every single place. If you look at his shot chart, he made shots anywhere and anywhere. And yes, correct. He is Mr. Nugget. And, they're really lucky to have him. He's such a professional, such a strong player, understands his game, and it continues to add to it. And we saw it on full display today.
We were a bit surprised when the Nuggets started this game with Aaron Gordon at center. They went small ball. They embraced small ball, and they made it work against a smaller team.
Yeah, no, they did. And, it's funny because, the Golden State Warriors in the second half didn't start their center. They left Quentin Post on the bench. And so what the Nuggets were able to do just immediately in that first half was take it to Warriors team and then have it adjust to them. And that really was double advantage to the Nuggets.
So remember how the Nuggets owned the LA Lakers for that 2.5-year stretch?
Yeah.
It's now Golden State. They have won 9 straight against the Warriors. They've won 6 straight in San Francisco. Mm-hmm. That is full ownership of the Golden State Warriors. Go ahead and turn the ownership papers over, because the Nuggets own you right now. The way they're playing, they played without 3 starters tonight and get it done. When we come back, we will hear from a jubilant Michael Malone, who wins this game on his national holiday. He's a proud Irishman. The Nuggets, happy St. Patty's Day. The true Irishman, Michael Malone.
Outstanding. Couldn't be more proud of a group. Tough loss the other night to Washington to close out a 5-game in 7 nights. And we know you're coming on a really tough 4-game road trip, and then you're without 3 starters. And all I asked of our guys going into it, I said, just compete. Have each other's backs, just compete. And did they do that at such a high level? And to hold that team to, really 7 of 32 from the three-point line, I thought a three-point defense was huge. Our guys bought into the game plan, went out there and executed at a very high level. Russ triple-double, AG 38, Michael 21 and 10. But then you got guys like Hunter Tyson, Spencer Jones, who flew here today, go out there and contribute to beat a team on their home court that's been playing better than anybody. And I thought Peyton Watson's defense was just outstanding. So luck of the Irish, man. Luck of the Irish. Here we go.
For the guys that haven't played a lot or that we haven't seen in a while, Hunter Tyson, Spencer Jones, what can you say about what they were able to do at such a high level?
Oh, yeah. Both those guys were outstanding. Spencer, 9 and 7 in 19 minutes. I didn't mention Vlatko. Vlatko, first real minutes that he's played, and I thought, he closed the game, and he had 8 rebounds, 2 assists. And Spencer, he's been tearing it up in the G League. Spencer's been shooting the ball really well in the G League. But his size, his physicality, his defense, and that's what you love. He went to school nearby, and for him to come back here and play a game on national TV and help us win it. This time of year, wins are important, and we know what we have coming up, the remainder of this trip, but you got to take it one game at a time, and could not be more proud of a group than I am of our guys.
There's a lot going on in Russ's line there. What did you think of the impact that he made tonight?
I mean, he had a triple-double. Somebody said he almost had a quadruple-double, but he didn't. It's really interesting, like the psyche of players. And I think some players, when I tell you that, hey, Nikola, Jamal, and CB are out, and you're playing this team on the road who's been playing at such a high level, there's some guys that, I don't know, do I really feel like playing tonight? And what you love about Russ, you love about AG, all right, well, next man up. That's more opportunity for me. And I felt from the get-go, Russ's tenacity, his intensity, what he brings every single night, the playmaking, the rebounding. He hit a big shot late, and his just being a leader in the huddles, getting on guys, uplifting guys, whatever is needed at that time. That's why Russ has been such a great addition to us all season long.
Coach, how would you evaluate the defense on Steph Curry tonight that your team played?
Oh, I thought it was, tremendous. I mean, to hold him to 6 of 21 and 4 of 14 from the three. And I'm not sure if this is exactly correct, but I think when we beat him at home in a close game, I think he was 4 of 15 from 3 in that game. We all know that he's the greatest shooter to ever play this game. And whenever you're going to play the Golden State Warriors, it starts with how do you stop Steph Curry? And our guys did a really good job of, following through and being disciplined with the game plan. And, it went in our favor tonight. And it's a really good bounce-back win after a tough home loss.
Coach, can you talk about Aaron's play tonight, but also just the mental fortitude he's shown this season?
Yeah, I mean, I've had some great conversations with AG throughout the season. And everything, he's dealing with as a young man in this world, with his family, with his brother, and trying to play through that and be there for everybody in his family. And that's not easy. And that's a tall ask. On top of, hey, man, we need to go out there and be our power forward, our rock, the most unselfish and selfless player in the NBA. And I just have nothing but love and respect for Aaron Gordon and the journey he's on and us trying to help him get through that. But for him to come back in the Bay, where he's from, and to have the game like he had, I'm just thrilled for him, happy for him, and so proud of him.
You talk about throughout the season, go back and we'll watch the film and we'll look at this. And there's obviously things even here tonight you can clean up. But that being said, there seemed like a sense of urgency. And for a team that's outmanned, 3 starters gone, I felt you played harder tonight and with more urgency than maybe we saw in that 3-game homestand.
Well, I think maybe some of our players realize, you don't have the 3-time MVP who's 30 points a night. You don't have Jamal Murray, who's 20 points a night. You don't have CB, who's the number 1 transition player in the league. Well, that means we got to play hard. We got to play desperate. We got to play urgent. And we did that for 48 minutes. I mean, to your point, 22 turnovers, 27 points. We don't love that, but, our guys left it all on that court. I mean, Michael Porter played 41 minutes. Russell Westbrook played 42. Aaron Gordon played 37. Peyton played 35. So we asked a lot of our guys, and that's why I'm so thankful to get that win. I would hate to have put all that into it and have that game not go our way down the stretch. And we battled through it and found a way, and that's what good teams do.
You don't win a game like this without help from the supporting cast, and that was some slim pickings given all the guys sitting out this game. But, we mentioned Russell Westbrook. He had a triple-double, 16 assists. That's the most assists, by the way, for a Nugget player besides Nikola Jokic during the Malone era, what Westbrook did tonight. Aaron Gordon, cannot say enough about how vital, how important he is to this team. He proved it again tonight. Hunter Tyson getting his first career start, career-high 9 points, 2 steals. And Spencer Jones, an undrafted rookie. You barely saw him during the season. You saw a lot of him tonight, and he was all over the yard. 6 points, just on the floor, going after loose balls. He made a difference. And they don't win without guys like that making that difference.
Yeah, I mean, he just put a lot of energy onto the court. And, the thing that I think I was most impressed with him, that block was very impressive.
Get it out, Jimmy.
But I think the thing that I was most impressed with him was his strength. I mean, there were just a couple of times. There was one play in particular, I believe it was in the first half. Kuminga was trying to post him up and get around him, and he just basically bodied him up. And Kuminga is a big, strong guy and couldn't move an inch on that play. And so, Spencer Jones, these players, they work hard, and we see them in the G League, and we know what they're trying to put into, because they're trying to have NBA careers, and they're putting it's serious business for them. So for Spencer Jones to get this opportunity, you saw what he put into that. Flew in today for that game, and then was ready to go to that degree.
Does a win like this erase a loss we saw Saturday night, as bad as that was?
Not entirely.
I think it does.
Not entirely, because, there are games on the schedule that you just have to win. They didn't win that game. But the answer to that this was stellar from the Nuggets. And, I mean, you can take a Washington Wizards game, and that can snowball into multiple losses after that. Or you can put that to bed and say, you know what, no matter who's walking out on this court tonight, we are going to win. And that's what the Nuggets did.
Just make note of this. The last time they lost to Washington on December 7th, they ended up winning, I think, 10 of their next 13. So
we love that.
The Nuggets are in for another run after losing to the woeful Wizards. Plenty more in store here on Nuggets Postgame Live. We'll go to the Nuggets locker room when we come back. A lot of happy-go-lucky dudes on this St. Patty's Day. Steak presented by STK, the conference standings. Nuggets now tied with Houston, 44-25. Lakers won tonight, but they're still a game back. Memphis lost tonight, so they drop a game back. Sets up a big one Wednesday night in La La Land for the Denver Nuggets. How did they do it tonight? Well, they got a lot of help from a lot of different people, including one Spencer Jones, who's with Arcady Wingy.
It's fantastic. You got 3 guys out. You're playing a team that just, was 14-1 last 15 games. I mean, we knew we had to bring it. It was from the beginning. You had to force them to play our game. We kind of uglied it up, really, brought ball pressure into the game to try to frustrate the guys. And it was all about that.
Take me through your day today.
Oh, my day today. Woke up.
You flew in this morning, right?
Flew in this morning. Woke up at like 6:30, straight to the airport at 7. To Minneapolis, then I had an hour and a half layover, and then 4-hour flight here. Got here at like 3, and then an hour to chill, and then you're doing your whole pregame routine here at the gym, and that's after a double back-to-back with the G League. So it was an interesting 3 days.
So at what point did you know that you would get real minutes tonight?
Like an hour and a half before the game. Coach I was getting ready for my normal routine. Saunders just comes up. He's like, "Hey, you're playing tonight." He's like, I thought he was messing with me. Honestly, I had to ask him like 3 times about it, and it was cool though. It was cool.
So what shifted in your mentality at that point? How did you try and make an impact? How did you make an impact in this game?
For me, it was just bringing the energy. I mean, you're the young guy. You gotta come in, and bring the energy. And it was just with, defense especially, just applying ball pressure, getting pesky steals, stuff like that. And then, finishing plays off of, Russ's dimes and everything like that. So
even being down 3 starters, what was it like out there playing with the group that was out? out there?
Oh, it was amazing. I mean, it's, one of the first games where I got like legitimate minutes and stuff like that. So it's, astonishing to be on the court. You're out there with, Aaron Gordon and guys you watch coming up, guarding Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry. It's amazing experience.